We're not the type to play games, you can stay claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong or set it.
Okay, I guess I got to talk about this. I really don't want to. It's kind of one of those damned if I do, damned if I don't. Well, you brought a lot of attention to something you didn't want to talk to, OGGM. Doesn't that just make it worse? Blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, because of where I stand in the gaming political crossover nonsense, I am associated with some individuals who are on one side, very strongly on one side of the fence, and some individuals who are very strongly on the other side of the fence. And a lot of individuals and a lot of my fellow gamers are making posts about this gamers for Harris thing, gamers for Trump thing, gamers for politics thing. As you know, I have tried my best to keep this channel politics free, even at the point of possibly costing me views and support. And I think a lot of people are expecting that everybody is either going to jump on one side or jump on the other. And I think some people are upset that I haven't. I've already got one little taunty little thing from a certain individual. So I don't think my politics should have any sway on your opinion of myself as a gamer or the gaming product I create and publish, or what this channel is about. I do not think you're coming here to hear me talk about who I am voting for. At least I hope not. I ask all the time, is that something people want me to talk about? And generally the response is no. Please keep politics away from your channel. You're one of the few who are still doing it. And even at the cost of losing potential views, it is still something I try and hold free. I do not think there should be any politics in gaming. Now, I'm going to reference the Hasbro thing when the Roe v. Wade thing happened. If that's something that makes people uncomfortable, I apologize ahead of time in regards to how I view politics. I don't think anybody cares who I'm voting for. And I don't think who I'm voting for should matter in your purchasing of my product or not purchasing of my product, whether it be the product I'm selling through Red Room or the product I'm selling through Grim Jim or the product I'm selling independently on Giant Slayer Games. If you have paid any attention at all to me over the past 10 years, you probably have a good guess as to who I'm voting for. But again, that shouldn't matter. And here's my feeling about things like the Gamers for Harris, Gamers for Trump. Do I think it helps the company sell the product? No. Even if I was voting for X, if I saw a whole list of people in the gaming industry saying that they were voting for X and saying things like, well, if you don't vote for X, don't buy our games. Remember the Coyote and Crow guy? No, that's Coyote and Crow. I'm pretty liberal, pretty democratic, openly LGBT, disabled Jew. So you would think that the Coyote and Crow guy would be somebody I'd support, but I wouldn't support him because of the stuff he said. And we've got this list of all these people who are voting for Harris, and you would think that if Harris was somebody I would be voting for, I would be wanting to support those people, but I don't. I'm more likely not to associate with you guys because you made it politics, and that just makes it ugly. And then you say things like so-and-so of such and such company. That's just, no. If you want to talk about you're voting for pineapple on pizza or pineapple not on pizza, it should be completely separate from the game company. The game company should remain neutral because the game company's job is to sell its product to as many people as possible on both sides of the fence. So I don't know if you guys remember the Roe versus Wade nonsense. And when Roe versus Wade was struck down, a lot of companies came out for that choice and a lot of companies came out against that choice. And the one company that said, and there were a few companies that said nothing. One of those was Hasbro. Hasbro said absolutely nothing, made no statement whatsoever when Roe v. Wade was struck down. A lot of the Wizards of the Coast employees at the time got very angry because Hasbro didn't say anything and said they were going to go on strike. Hasbro said, what does that mean? You're going to go on strike. We don't have unions, and most of you are day hires. I can replace you with a 5-year-old and a code kitty. So a lot of people who were, for Roe v. Wade got very upset when Hasbro said nothing. But what Hasbro was really saying, and what I'm really saying in regards to the Gamers for Harris, Gamers for Trump nonsense, chances are if you worked for Hasbro on Wednesday, you had a general idea what Hasbro's political stance was on Wednesday. Chances are that before the Harris for Gamers thing or the Trump's Gamers thing got posted, you probably had a good idea of what my political statement was before this nonsense. Now, the day of the Roe v. Wade, Hasbro said nothing. And the day after the Roe v. Wade, Hasbro said nothing. The day of this Gamers for Harris, Gamers for Trump thing started, I said nothing. And I'm still pretty much spending 5-6 minutes here telling you I'm saying nothing. Back to Hasbro, you would assume that whatever Hasbro's politics war are on Tuesday are the same politics they still have on Thursday. It's not like their politics regarding Roe v. Wade changed overnight. So if you worked for them, you should have known what they were or were not against. And when the thing was passed, you should have either supported them for remaining neutral and understanding that their opinions haven't changed, but they're not going to dive into the political muckery because it doesn't do them any good. And on the day after, same thing. So same thing for me. You know what my politics are. They should have nothing to do with whether you support the product I create or do not create. They should have nothing to do with whether you want to follow my channel or not. And yesterday, my politics were the same. Tomorrow, my politics will be the same. But it's not what this channel is about. I want to try and keep this channel politics free, even if I know that's something that's going to be a detriment to me. I know I lose views because I'm apolitical. I know I lose views because I don't go after people on the other side or complain about the other side or, make threats or and talk shit about the other side. And I know there's a lot of people in the industry and in the YouTube community who want that. You can just see by the numbers of the people who do political gaming. But I don't care about your politics. I care about your product. And I don't want to see so-and-so and so-and-so gaming company is for Trump or against Trump. I just want to talk about what so-and-so of so-and-so gaming company makes. Same with Harris. I don't care if so-and-so from such and such gaming company is for Harris or against Harris. If you want to talk about your politics, make a separate site. Talk about it on your own personal site. When it comes to your company and their company's politics, whatever your company's politics were yesterday, we're probably going to be the exact same as your company's politics tomorrow. So all those Gamers for Harris guys, look, you were probably Democrats before you posted this. And you're probably going to stay Democrats after you posted it. And all the Gamers for Trump, you were probably Republicans who were going to vote for Trump before this thing happened. And you were probably Republicans who are still going to vote for Trump after this happens. So don't care. I think most of us really don't want to care. I think most of us would like gaming to stay about a stupid game about goblins playing sticks. I don't care about the OGGM's politics. I just want to hear the OGGM talk about gaming news, talk about Steve the Cat, talk about gaming. I don't care about Venger Satanis' politics. I just want to hear Venger Satanis talk about Chalt. I don't care about Grim Jim's politics. I just want to hear Grim Jim talk about Tabletopless and give gaming reviews. I don't care about Miguel and Sylvia's politics. I just want to hear Miguel and Sylvia talk about Wretched. I don't care about Steve Jackson's politics. I just want to hear Steve Jackson talk about GURPS, which I wrote, by the way, Steve. Don't care. Now, if Steve Jackson or, you know, DM James or whoever else want to make a personal thing about who they're for, who they're against, that's their right, but don't associate it with your gaming company. Don't associate it with your gaming product. Don't associate it with your gaming channel. Because I just want to talk about games. And if I wanted to talk about politics, I would go to politics channels. If I wanted to hear what you had to say about politics, I would go to your politics channel. And if I want to hear what you say about gaming and how awesome my games are, then I want to go to your gaming channel, your gaming page, your gaming company, and hear you talk about your games and my games and how awesome my games are and how awesome your games are. I know that's silly and childish and amateurish, and this is one of those videos where people are going to be like, oh, well, if you didn't want to talk about it, why'd you spend 10 minutes talking about it? Anyways, it has always been my goal to keep this channel politics free, to make it a safe space where people can just come and appreciate the nonsense and inherent silliness of tabletop role-playing game. Because at the end of the day, it's just a game about goblins with sticks. Have a great day.